a man with too many ideas.
Quick run through the cabin to make sure you're doing all the things you're supposed to do and to gather any last remaining trash.
The following message will help you locate transportation services at LAX.
So it looks like there's some police violence happening right in front of me. Literally, someone's screaming for their lives while officers have guns in their hand. This is not a joke. It's really crimes against humanity going on. It's really fucked up.
Highway, and then this is a nice neighborhood.
In that place, your uncle is Manghila. Lula Susa, your Lula Susa, sister of your Lula grandma, is here now in Cebu from Mindanao.
And they wanted.
So right now I'm like super confused.
Oh, dito sa pag medyo. Naninigarilyo pa siya daw.
Unless I'm able to find another taxi, that's fine. Hi, we're in Cebu.
Where are we going?
Tokyo.
Are you happy about it?
How are you?
Only if you take off your glasses and smile for me and say cheese. Say all the way off and say taco. So. I am leaving Cebu City. It is May 27th, right? 28th. It's May 28th? May 28th, 2018. One word to describe millennials. Going where?
Tokyo and Denver.
And then what are we gonna do?
Be alive.
Something for mom.
We love you, Mother.
Where are you?
We're still in Cebu City.
She's trying to fall asleep, but she knows she can't. Because she's excited to go to Tokyo. There's a cool girl behind me. Angelina.
Attention ground staff, the door will be closed shortly to all our passengers. Please take your...
I'm here with Mitski. Why do you pity me?
Because you pity yourself, you selfish motherfucker.
What is an ideal husband?
Your ideal husband is the complete complement to yourself. But that is impossible.
We're here today to talk about a new film in theaters now called Julie.
Julie is about an interracial couple that live in a bathtub. From the looks of the poster, we haven't seen it yet.
Based on our story.
Yeah, you look like you're having a
Good time.
woo! Yeah! What's your favorite drugs right now?
Drugs? Life.
I know you've been in one film, Little Minds on the Prairie. Tell me a little bit about the process of being in that film.
Yeah, Andy, I really, yeah, that's a really good question, Andy.
Let me take my seatbelt off. Feel very comfortable.
We're about to get into a crash, though. I am a film illiterate actor. My philosophy is don't read books, be the book. Painter makes paintings. A baseball player plays baseball.
Oh my god, Pizza Hut just sent me an email for a 99-cent pizza.
There's an idea that is more fascinating than collage, and it is called decollage. For example, in the New York City subway system, there are ads much like this, except that there's no plastic protecting them. They almost like a big sticker. They don't take the old sticker off. They just put stickers on top of stickers. So whereas collage would be you're taking pieces and you're adding it. Decollage is subtract. You're cutting away the parts you don't want down to the layers below. And depending on the movie posters below, like cut out body of a woman, but leave her head, and the body of the woman would be the scene that's behind it. And decollage was developed in Paris in the early 20th century and also the late 19th century when there were many, and so that's when artists started doing decollage, like in the 20s. The problem is it'll be a misnomer. Collage is when you put pieces together. Decollage is when the pieces are already there and you're taking pieces away. Decollage is when it's not even you. You enter the system that's not even yours. Imagine like a Star Wars movie, but like you rotoscope it to replace the actors or the scene with like a freaking
When I'm saying
jungle.
What?
What?
On Tinder, I'm using Tinder, and
Come on.
and there's like a lot of.
I've never ever. No.
You've never been on a date with Tinder?
I've never even fucking had it. No, man.
I get so much dick from Tinder.
Yeah, you get a lot of
I
dick
slay.
from it.
So weird.
That's why I said if you guys need me to go,
No,
I
you
will
can
go.
she can
Are
be.
you gonna be weird? It's your lucky fucking day.
Yeah.
Oh, no heteronormative behavior. Oh. Yeah. So we're going to talk today about diversity in film and why I'm pro-diversity and
Why I hate ethnic dramas.
things.
The black experience isn't encapsulated and exclusive to what we've been exposed to as far as entertainment goes, but it's one of the number one influences on black identity. And I think the redefinition of black identity is way more important than the superfluous perpetuation of various norms or circumstances that happen in the average family, especially since the dawn of the internet. And a lot of it doesn't get a lot of mainstream attention. The world of hip-hop has been completely purchased by Wall Street. And people mistake authentic experiences with, what's popularized and commercial and marketable. It's just a bunch of fucking garbage to me, and I don't really fucking care for it.
What about representation?
Don't look for representation. Don't look to heroes. Don't worship anybody. And don't be fucking so impressed by surface-level achievements. A conglomeration of bourgeois values that have been socially encoded by ruling class elites, and other entertainment industries like Disney. Revisionist history is where you should look if you really want to be educated. There is no grand truth or objective truth about history, especially when entertainment is involved. The only thing that changes is the social dynamics. And the objective of art is to demonstrate that there still is good. And those are true heroic stories. And for some reason in the West here, we overlook the functionality of things like religion and epics. And we dismiss them because we live in a spiritual fucking wasteland out here. Aren't necessarily limited to our cosmic experience either. They resonate with
This is like a mixed ethnic film character.
Yeah, you're in whiteface.
Whiteface, but black actor.
Regardless of what media form you work in, it's all the same relative ideas. Now what you want to look for is resonance, which is why you need film scoring and all these things to resonate with each other. And I understand that directing and all that shit and creating a film kind of integrates every media at every single capacity that we have, because it's a complete sensorial experience. But process is always the same no matter what you're creating. Because you're always, especially when you're working with something like that, like a team, everyone is just as important as everyone else. It's all one body. And everything that you're doing, acting, even when you're playing music, especially if you're playing some fucking dead guy's music, which I fucking hated doing in college. So I was on a music major for like 2 weeks. But like, you know, you're not making remakes of films. You're making your own original content. I needed to create something unique. And that's the bottom line of any fucking artistic style that you need to really keep in mind. And it's all just, it's the same amount of work. It's the same amount of process and team effort as like any kind of thing. If you're going to make something, you know, they're pursuing a genre, but they're not articulating anything new or unique. They're still writing like love songs and shit like that. They're not really genuine as far as like ideas that you're, with any of the ideas you're having or the nature of those ideas. If you don't meet resistance and you don't have to justify why you feel the way you do, that's where the conversation becomes, that's where having a conversation is useful. As an artist, it's like you have to have a conversation about it. Otherwise, you're not really going to be challenged enough.
I don't know nothing about ladders, except there's a production company, I know that. And they produce documentaries, short films, full-length narrative features. And the documentaries are full-length. Yeah. I just went to the bathroom.
Who do you love the most?
Love God the most. Most High.
Under His eye.
Beauty is ephemeral, not clandestine, but it is clandestine and transitory. The way I approach Ray Bombs is I'll be in a mood and like either I'll want to like take a picture of it like sonically, or I'll say I'm like sad or like I feel insecure, like manipulating your feelings. As a musician, it has like a youthful sense of like, a lot of people get really into music when they're a teenager, and that you hear during that time ends up being, even when you grow up and you're in your 40s and 50s and all that, you obviously listen to mellowed out shit, but like, you know, people listen to what they, you know, but that time, that special time when you're like a teenager and you're, just all these kids making music today, like, they don't care about all of this, like, everything's been done, oh, there's nothing to do, you know what I mean? Like, there's, you know, you think that feeling of wanting to create something, there's always going to be new people with new ideas who aren't worn out, who aren't burnt out, and, you know, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, but I just think, like, music, that sense of creativity, you know, like, I lost that for a while, and, like, returning to that sense of, like, if I need something, that's a time to be creative, not a time to despair. I'm so grateful to be able to make music, you know. For some of us, it's a source of comfort and hope, you know. You know, are you going to stop feeling this need to, like, if you don't get validated, if you don't get, you know, I think Tyler, the Creator, talks about it as, like, if I don't, he doesn't say it, he's not talking about this, but or maybe he is, but it's like that thing about, like, cosigns. You know, like, do you need cosigns? I used to go into therapy and play my therapist my songs. You know what I mean? Like, waiting for her to be like, I don't know what I expected other than her to be like, you are the best. Now, I don't know what successful artists feel like, but I know that when I'm in that place where I'd be doing it anyway, and suddenly I'm immersed in it, and just freed up with it, just opened myself up to feeling proud of my work simply because it's satisfying me, what I was looking for with it. I mean, you only get so many days And like, if that's how you spend your days, like totally engaged with something you really care about, then like, I mean, that's a life that I want to live. You know what I mean? They're just like shards that got smashed up from the earth. You know what I mean? Like just fucking Fantasia beasts. The other thing about validation and art is a lot of it is about like you need to be. I heard this quote about music from music happens in a vacuum, it dies. Like lo-fi hip-hop.
How about lo-fi videos?
Yeah.
So we just had our first screening of Dead Musician Fan Club at
Yo, first screening of Dead Musician, it was crazy. Yo, I represent Denver. Yo, 503 till we die.
You're from New York, go home.
Yo,
You from New York?
I live here now though.
You from New York?
Yeah. Yo, Denver School of the Arts. That's crazy though. Ooh, we got many projects lined up with Ladder Production Films. We have to raise money for Lucring. Get B footage for martial arts film. Continue. See, that's like nature footage. Man is fucking with a circular object on a pivoting ball.